We're going to look at Bitcoin again today. I've shown you this before, but I want to stress it. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. I mentioned the other day that Bitcoin is showing two sort of conflicting patterns right now. I mean, the patterns don't really conflict with each other, but each one suggests a move in the opposite direction. I'll show you that in just a minute. Plus, I'll catch you up on the open trades. And of course, today's trading maxim. Stay with me. Remember, you can speed this video up by clicking the gear icon on the lower right of the video and selecting a new speed. Let's take a look at our open trades. AUDNZD has been moving up hard, and I considered moving my stop up, but I was sort of slack and I didn't do it yet. Now, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because my plan was to put it right here at 105.53, but I didn't get there. Since this move down here today, I did want to lock in a bit more though, so I've got it locked in at 105.41 right now, which is 52 pips profit on this second half. Hopefully this is just a breath right here and it will just continue up in the coming week. If not, we've got some nice profit and we'll watch for something else. Well, what can you say about Ripple? It's just kind of hanging out here, making a new consolidation, which really is not good. This could break in either direction, as you know. Continuation triangle, I would trade in either direction, but we're already short in this from right here on this candle. The momentum of the initial move is gone. And you know, our intent is for these to explode out of the consolidation and hit the target fairly quickly. I'm considering just shutting this down for a small loss, but I haven't made the decision yet. I'll let you know on Twitter if I decide to close it. As you know, this will continue to trade over the weekend. CVCO is kind of a heartbreaker here. I mentioned this setup, CVCO Industries, on Twitter Wednesday after I released my video because I didn't notice it before that. Nice push up above the ascending triangle on nice volume, but it appears that it was just a head fake. So I closed it yesterday right here for a loss of 672. I didn't take a full stop, but it was down more than one ATR. So I'm done with CVCO for right now. I talked about Johnson & Johnson's setup on Monday in the video. Today, pushing down below the bear flag and below the range. So if this continues on for the next little bit, looks like we might get an entry today on this one. Nice volume on it as well. So this should be a full-size trade as soon as the market closes, which should be in the next hour or so. I mentioned this Amazon continuation triangle in the training video Wednesday. I kind of played it down because the pattern was kind of small, but I like it. It's breaking a little bit early and we've just reached average volume. So this will be a sell just ahead of the market close this afternoon. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. I showed you this a week or so ago. Bitcoin has a nice bull flag going on here. This bull flag in blue, which suggests a move to the upside. And I had mentioned buying a daily close above this bull flag. I believe I also mentioned this descending triangle right here as well. So these are really nice patterns, both of them. They're both long patterns. They've been around for a while. Normally, if I see dual patterns setting up, it's kind of like Johnson & Johnson here, where we had this pattern here, this bear flag inside the range, and I was not going to take a close below the bull flag because there wasn't a lot of space between the bull flag and the range right here. So I wanted to see it close below this range, but seeing both of these things happen on the same day is perfect. So I like this one. Situation on Bitcoin is a little different though, in that we have two patterns in opposite directions. I would normally trade a bull flag only to the upside. I would normally trade a descending triangle only to the downside. So I'm willing to do either in this case. Typically, if you have a pattern inside another one, you can expect the price to stall at the outside pattern like so. In this case, there's significant amount of space here below this pattern to get some nice profit on a break of the triangle, and of course this bull flag will continue to push down as time goes on, and I would actually not expect this triangle to break until it hits down in here somewhere. Now, that's not to say that it won't break before then, but the further it goes before it breaks, the more space we've got below to sell it before it is actually stalled at the bottom of the bull flag. So here's the plan. We will buy a daily close above the bull flag. Now remember, maybe this is just semantics, but I'm not buying above the descending triangle. I mean, functionally that's what's happening, but I am only buying this pattern because of this bull flag right here. Or I will sell a daily close below the triangle or below the 93.85 support level on this triangle. We want to see at least average volume on the breaking candle to trade a full position. If you've got at least 75% of the average volume, you can open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate 75% of the average volume by taking this volume number right here and dividing it by this volume average right here, and you expect to get 0.75 from that calculation. If you don't have that amount, do not enter the trade. The stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR, and the first target is 1 times the ATR. So on the breaking candle, whichever way it breaks, take a look at the average true range right here, which is simply the average of the last 14 candle ranges. Multiply that by 1.5, and your stop will be behind the entry by that amount, and your first target will be 1 ATR ahead of the entry. If after entering the trade, get a candle close back in the pattern, back in here somewhere, we will take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. Our intention is that a breakout from these patterns should be explosive and hit the target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When the price hits our first target, we will close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We'll then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. And that's the setup on Bitcoin today. Remember, I'm not your mama. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Some people get really upset when their mama tells them what to do. Don't get upset with me. I'm just telling you how I handle these trades, and sometimes I'm a little bit, forceful about it. If you want more details about what I do, look below this video for a link to my trade management video. If you've got a trade management plan that works better for you, by all means use it. Please do. Trading is a very personal thing. Things that work for me may not work for you. You have to understand your personal psychology to find the best strategies for your own trading. Now, I've probably told this story 100 times already, but I'm going to tell it again, particularly for those of you who may be new. I used to follow a trader, 8 years ago, who traded on 1 and 2 minute charts, and he sat for 18 hours a day, and he could watch the charts without missing anything. And me, however, I just lose focus. If things are not happening, if things aren't moving, I'm off watching cat videos or something. I just get distracted by things too easily. He made huge amounts of money trading the way he traded, but I couldn't do what he did. And so I had to develop my own strategy, and that's the psychology that I'm talking about. You've got to know yourself. You've got to know your own mind to know what's going to work best for you. And speaking of psychology, I just love that segue. Let's talk about today's trading maxim. Trading maxims are the way I control my personal trading psychology. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, a rule of conduct, or a proverbial saying. These maxims come from various sources, books, the internet, friends, coaches, teachers, other people. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to be disciplined. Discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or just doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. Today, we're going to head back to the archives for our trading maxim. This one is a biggie. Trading maxim number 7. Trade what you see, not what you think. Or worse, not what someone else tells you you should be trading. My philosophy is that everything that can be known about a market is already built into the price. So I think the chart is the most significant indicator of where a market is going. I can think that Brexit or the U.S. Fed's interest decision or something from President Trump's Twitter or some other drama that occurs anywhere in the world will have an effect on the market. And you know what? Those things will absolutely move the market in one direction or the other. And they can make it move a huge amount. But who's to know what, when, or how much? It can't be known. So unless you want to stand aside and watch it all happen, then you have to pick a side. I choose to pick the side I see the chart showing me, then covering myself in case some random active drama moves the price against me. So I can't be thinking about all the things that could go against me. I have to trade what I see on the chart. Get it? Got it? Good. Remember our weird 2-pattern Bitcoin trade plan here. We're going to buy a daily close above the bull flag or sell a daily close below the descending triangle around 93.85-ish. If the volume is not quite average, go half size as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. Your first target is 1 times the ATR. And remember to check out the trade management video for more details. The link will be below. And if you like this video, or even if you didn't, go sign up for my free Trading Picks email list to be sure that you don't miss any of them. I'll be sending out about 3 or 4 trading picks a week, everything from stocks to futures to cryptos to Forex, and you'll get to see them first. Plus, you'll get first notifications of anything special that's happening. And the best thing is, it's free. I'll put the link below this video. Hey, be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday and Friday for my analysis videos just like this one. And Wednesday morning for training videos, which will most likely include a trade setup as well. And thanks for the input on the subjects to discuss in my Wednesday videos. Another couple of weeks of the pattern recognition and I'll get to those other subjects. And if you haven't come up with a great suggestion, add one down in the comments below. I am always looking for new subjects to do videos on. I also want to mention that I'm going to be out of town for a few days in mid-September for my nephew's wedding. We're going to be leaving like Thursday and coming back on the following Tuesday, so my video schedule may get disrupted by the trip. I'll do my best to keep it regular though. I suspect my Friday video that day will come out on Thursday, and I'm not sure exactly what will happen on my Monday video. Schedule's still kind of up in the air. Also, follow me on Twitter. I post things there sometimes. I'll put my Twitter link below. Tell your friends about us and help us make this the best trading channel on the internet. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up below. And have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.